My friends and I booked a last-minute trip. The only place with rooms was this old, slightly run-down hotel on the outskirts of town. It had this weird, musty smell, but we were just happy to have a place to crash. When we were checking in, the clerk, a young guy who looked really tired, was acting super strange. He kept glancing over his shoulder and spoke in a low voice. As he handed us our key cards, he slid a folded piece of paper across the counter. He looked us dead in the eye and whispered, "Read this in your room. And whatever you do, lock your door and use the deadbolt." We were a little weirded out, but we just figured he was an odd character. When we got to our room, we unfolded the note. It was scribbled in shaky handwriting and said, "Don't open your door for anyone after dark. There have been incidents. The hotel won't help you." Well, that definitely set us on edge. We made sure to lock the door, slide the deadbolt, and even propped a chair under the handle, just in case.
Nice.
In the middle of the night, we woke up to what sounded like faint scratching at our door. We all froze, listening. Then we heard the distinct, slow, metallic jiggle of someone trying the handle. My heart was pounding in my chest. It went on for what felt like an eternity, just a quiet, persistent turning of the knob from the outside. Then as suddenly as it started, it stopped. We didn't sleep much after that. The next morning, we went down to the lobby to check out and maybe ask some questions. But the clerk from last night was gone. A different, much older woman was at the desk. We asked where the young man was, and she just shrugged and said he'd quit unexpectedly. We even glanced at the spot on the counter where he'd passed us the note, and it was completely clean, like it was never there. It was all so unsettling, we couldn't wait to get out of there. Weeks later, my friend sent me a link to a local news article. It was about a string of unsolved disappearances in that area, all centered around that exact hotel. The article mentioned that several guests and even a few staff members had vanished over the years, with no leads and no explanation. Reading that, a cold shiver ran down my spine. We never figured out what was happening in that hotel, but I'm so grateful to that clerk. He might have quit his job, but he probably saved our lives. Thanks for watching, and if you have a creepy travel story, share it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Stay safe out there.